As every business person knows, investing money and talking about investing money are two very different experiences. To help students bridge this difference, the University of Connecticut sponsors the Student Managed Fund, a unique class where students invest real money, $1 million of UConn's money.
About 10 years ago, the university, the dean of the business school at that time, wanted to provide an experiential learning course for the students, because right at that point everything was academic. So we wanted to have the students interact with professionals, especially on like Wall Street. So they developed the Student Managed Fund, and they worked with the foundation, and the foundation gave $1 million to the undergrads and $1 million to the graduate students, and they put a whole course around how to invest, and they also have an investment advisory board, of which there's Wall Street professionals on that board, and the students interact with that board, and they actually invest the money, the foundation's money, and they've been doing it for 10 years.
The students also learn from working professionals, UConn grads with years of experience.
The important thing for all of this is that the kids learn the business. The ultimate results of whether they beat an average or don't beat an average is not relevant in my mind. It's the learning process, and if they happen to make a good deal of money, that's great. If they happen to lose a little money, no big deal. They've got the learning process.
The students, however, have a little different perspective.
You can't forget outperforming the S&P 500, and as a 21-year-old being extremely proud of the accomplishment that you and your 9 colleagues were able to bring forth to the foundation. It was a very exciting time.
MBA student Julia Yelovich participated in the fund as an undergraduate and found the experience to be invaluable as she transitioned to a career on Wall Street.
Aside from the academics, it really allowed you to walk into the world and be able to distill and screen for opportunities, which we have to do regardless whether on Wall Street or any other job. It helped you build a framework with which you approach opportunities and threats, be able to value them, and then relate them to your objective today and whether you should invest in a company and not invest in a company. Those skill sets were critical for a 21-year-old coming and entering the very wild world of Wall Street. And the SMF provided the perfect platform to be able to develop and nurture those skills.
Undergraduate Jensen is following in her footsteps, making the most of this opportunity.
Looking into it a year prior in advance, I felt that it was a great opportunity to get exposure to working with a team of investors that would allocate money to stocks that they felt were undervalued relative to the S&P 500. And I prepared a lot by doing my own research and learning investment frameworks, what would work best, and learning about asset allocation, different styles and strategies, and I'm actually really thankful to have the opportunity, so it's worked out very well.
But it is not just the students who benefit. The Student Managed Fund also spotlights Stanford.
I think the SMF is a fantastic platform program. It really positions UConn students to enter a very different competitive playing field, and it prepares you for a real financial environment, makes you incredibly competitive, and the best part of all is it integrates Stanford as the hub and the link for UConn, headquartered in Storrs, Connecticut, and New York City, which is where a lot of the finance actions happen.
But let's remember, this is UConn.
It's like watching the UConn women's basketball team at the first few games. Everybody's trying to learn to work together, and by the end of the season, they're #1 ranked. They're a machine and almost unstoppable. And I think you see the same things with the students as they go through this. They start trying to learn, and they're fumbling along and working together. And by the end, these students are presenting as well as, I would say, any investment professional on Wall Street.